the amazing liver and gallbladder flush, brought to you by Andreas Moritz. Hey folks, I'm John with a J, and this is a new segment of the comedy channel that we're going to call Serious Shit. Why not? We can. We just did. All right. This is a 7-day protocol. I have done this for many years. I would attribute this book to being one of the major factors in helping to save my life. I am not a doctor. I am not a trained professional nutritionist in the regards of any of this stuff or whatever. This is for entertainment purposes only. So please and thank you. Do the flush. Don't do the flush. At the very least, buy the book. This is an incredibly valuable source of just awesome information. If you're not interested in doing the flush, don't do the flush. Read the book. It's pretty inexpensive, accessible on Amazon. This is a great grab. I'll probably, through the next 7 days, read excerpts from it. I'm not going to do that today because this is day one. I'm just going to tell you a little bit about the protocol, a little bit about what to expect. I'm going to shit stones, folks. And some people are like, they're not stones. They're saponified, olive oil, blah, 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 blah. They're stones. And you will see why, and we will learn why during this journey. The motto of the book is better out than in. And I love that. I use that from many various places in my life, thanks to the influence of this book. Look, I have been a toxic human being. Most of us have, whether we know it or not, for a lot of my life, even up until now. Emotionally, physically, spiritually. We're focusing on the physical here. But the emotional and the spiritual will happen alongside with it. Whether we like it or not, it's coming. And it'll be there. If you're aware of it, awesome. If not, not so awesome, but maybe you'll get there. I just did an enema last night. And man, hold your judgment, folks. Enemas are the shit. Seriously. I have never connected with an enema the way I did last night. It was a holy enema. This was a sacred event of mass proportions. Ass proportions. Couldn't help myself, sorry. Okay. I've done many enemas in the past. You have to at this point. If you don't get a colonic because it's expensive, or you don't want to dive that deep or invest that too heavily into this experience, understood. I've never done a colonic. I just haven't been able to afford it, nor have I had an outlet that I felt like, oh, that's the person I want to go see. That's the place that I want to do this to me. Not that I wouldn't one day, but the enemas work just fine. Like I said, tons of enemas. This one was the best of my life. Allow me to expound. I've been battling since January a horrendous gout attack. Now, the flames have subsided substantially, but I still have remnants of what I did to my body and how I didn't take care of it that have not fled the temple, still ailing me. My feet have been achy. It's this arthritic event that just has not wanted to leave me because I haven't yet found and dedicated myself to the medicine that my body was screaming for. And first and foremost, it was this enema. And I'm reading this book called The Energy Paradox. It talks about the gut biome and how important our gut health is. And I've heard it, I've listened, I've been stubborn to the waves and the messages that have come to me from angels and all sorts of incredible beings and places and whispers on the wind. And I'm just a stubborn human being. But it's in my face now because I asked for help and help presented itself. And I was aware of it and grateful for it. So I'm really listening and plugged into it in a way that I never had before. And that's why this enema was so profoundly different than all the others. Because my feet were... I thought, I'm like, man, you waited too long, John with a J. You were too stubborn. Now you have a brain tumor. I've had this headache that just wouldn't go away. I thought it was those sinuses, allergies, pollen, the cats, whatever, making excuses. No, it was the shit in my colon. The the toxic sludge that just wouldn't leave me because it doesn't know how, because I put stuff in me that the body doesn't understand. It doesn't know how to translate. So it just sits there, rots, festers, and then a world of shit happens. And I did this enema, and 35 to 40 minutes after the enema, my feet stopped aching. This has been since January. My feet stopped aching, folks, after an enema. I wasn't even paying close attention to the sinus thing, because I just chalked it up to all those other excuses I just mentioned, and I just got to live with the headache. My headache was gone. The fatigue that I had been battling for the last few weeks lifted. I couldn't fall asleep until 3 a.m. I was in bed at like 11:30 last night, thinking of ideas for. I was like, I had a renewed lease on life. I mean, it was just like, I'm ready to go. I'm alive from shooting water up my ass. Part of the protocol. To get started, you got to clean out the bowel. Day 1. I also sip on cherry juice. No, it was a little more than this to start the day. Just take little sips like that throughout the day. Got to finish that. It was a half a ball jar by 6 p.m., I believe it is. Drink lots of water throughout the day. I'll probably go through 3 of these at least. One of them I'll put some vitamin C in to help boost the immunity system, whatever. This morning, I ate some probiotics to help replenish that which I pulled out, the good stuff that I pulled out. I had some sauerkraut. I had some natto, which are Japanese fermented soybeans. I had some seaweed, which isn't a probiotic, but good stuff. And ate a raw vegan diet. Now, you don't have to eat a raw vegan diet for the entire 7 days, but it is a suggested vegan diet. No processed foods, no sodas, no caffeine, stuff like that. So it's the basic. You're drinking water and the cherry juice. Till day like 6, where you can do Epsom salts. My partner and I have never done Epsom salts. She and I, we like the magnesium, that Calm that you can buy at like a Whole Foods or something like that. It's a powder, virtually tasteless, easy to go down. So aside from that, it's basic food consumption, basic beverage. Then you do some concoction, and then the night of the final of day 6 before you shit stones on day 7 in the morning. And it's like a little citrus juice, a little olive oil. And there's a very short period of fasting. So you fast from, I believe it's 1 or 1:30 p.m. on day 6 till the next morning. So it's not even a 24-hour fast. And man, it has worked every time. Astounding when you look in the toilet and go, holy crap, that just came out of me. And whatever it is, whatever you believe it is. Some believe and know that it's stones. Others are like, like the 2 old guys on the Muppets. Whatever. If you don't like it, if you don't believe in it, don't. It hasn't hurt me. It hasn't hurt anyone that I'm aware of that has ever practiced this book. If it has, maybe you had something else going on. Maybe you were so toxic, it shook stuff up in a way that, I don't know. I don't know your story. I don't know. Whatever. Everyone's got their opinions. If you don't care to invest in this and the journey that I'm going to share, don't. Move on. There's other videos to watch. This is just, it's a vulnerable way for me to share with whomever wants to plug in, to know that I found something for me and my family that's helped change my life in a very positive way. And every time I've done this, it's always been, sometimes it's difficult. Sometimes it's like it never even happened. But the stuff that comes out, and at the minimal, taking that week to just drink water and a vegan diet, that in and of itself may transform your life. Give it a shot. So, I'm going to do this 7, so there's going to be 7 videos. This is day 1. I'll make a fancy thumbnail, all flashy and stuff. Hopefully grab some folks. I'll put the information down below, link to the book and whatever pops up as I share during this video. Oh, yeah. Her name is... There's a wonderful couple that share information about raw food living, and they're huge enema fans. And I'll share a link to one of their videos. It's Kara and Marcus. Marcus and Kara and Marcus. It's Kara Brotman and Marcus, and I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but it'll be down below. They're an extraordinary pair, the two of them, and they share their own series of videos and helping to. And it's not a popular opinion, folks. Like, this is a sexy couple that have made money doing lots of other things and could do other things to pad their pockets, but they're sharing an immeasurably important message with the world, and they're sharing their personal journeys and stuff. It's not a money-making thing. I highly doubt that this will be the video, or this 7-day series will be the series that launches John with a J into fame and fortune. This is, in a way, a give back. This is a way for me to thank folks for plugging in, paying attention, and wanting to know more about my journey, because I did and have talked about in the Journey to Funny how you're going to see a physical transformation. This is a part of it, because I'm committed to the health and wellness of not just my career, but my physical being, my emotional fortitude, my spiritual wellness, all this stuff. And so it's not all funny haha jokes and farts and laughter. Although I do have a great fart videos coming up that I'm super pumped about. I just can't get away from the farts. They just tickle me in the best way. So, all right, on that farty note, let's sign out for now with extreme gratitude, and from my heart to all of yours. If you have questions, drop them below. Be nice to me and each other, please and thank you. And let's share in our experiences. I'm stoked to show you the shit at the end of the week. You guys are gonna get as close as you can get to me close when it comes to seeing me from the inside out. And I'm okay with that, because it's a game changer. Go to Amazon. Grab the book. I promise it won't knock you out like that. And links down below. Much love. Talk soon. We're out.